Hey Paige, I've got something exciting for you to do for me. Since you're pregnant and starting to get fat, I think this is the perfect time to get a bit of experience under your belt before the baby arrives. So as you know, I've got 5 children in my family, and I'm sure you know that it's a lot of work to handle all those little angels. Your baby is about to be born soon. You'll be able to live a bright and fun life once you have that bundle of joy in your arms. I'm sure you're already dreaming of that, but in reality, it's not that sweet. In my opinion, I think that you should be given a little bit of experience with looking after a child before yours is born. What do you think about that, huh? Hello there, Harper. It's been quite a while since I last heard from you. I'm surprised that you actually got in touch with me. Do you really think that I don't know how difficult it is to take care of children? I think you might be mistaken. But yes, I do think it's good to be well prepared for it as you possibly can. At the moment, I'm currently doing some research and reading some books on childcare so that I'm not too overwhelmed once the baby arrives. Raising children is a lot from the sounds of it in these books and online. I don't know enough about child rearing, so I'm very worried that I'm not going to be a good mom. Oh, really? Is that so? No, I'm sure that you'll be a natural at it, Paige. Why do you think that I turned around and said that you should get some practice in? Wait a minute. Just go back to that about practicing before the baby comes. What do you exactly mean by that, Harper? You're not saying what I think you're saying, are you? Well, I'll be truly honest with you. I'm thinking about going on a trip next month. I'm getting really sick and tired of raising all these children on my own. I'm getting so tired of dealing with really noisy children every day. It's driving me insane, if I'm being honest. I'm also planning on going by myself on this trip because, by God, I need it. So I thought the best idea for me would be to leave my 5 children with you, since I need a break and you need to practice on looking after children since you're nervous about your own. So during that time, please take care of my 5 children. Please and thank you. I really would appreciate it so much if you would do it. Thank you, Paige. You're a lifesaver. Whoa. Just hold on a minute there, Harper. I've not made any decisions about this. Are you insane? Have you actually seriously lost the plot? A whole month? You can't be serious, Harper. Do you expect me to take care of all 5 kids for a month? What are you thinking? That's an impossible task for someone to do. I hardly know your children, and I also think it's a reckless idea to leave such young children with basically a stranger and leave them behind on such a trip. And you've yet to become a mother, so of course you hardly know what I'm talking about after struggling with when it comes to looking after 5 children until you have to do it yourself. I get that you've never had experience, but I'm drowning here. They have been crazy to look after, and I just need a break, okay? What's so wrong with that? As a mother, I can hardly look after myself when I have to put all of them before myself. I'm barely able to eat, and they won't stop screaming. If you just leave the room for a few minutes, it gets dirty so quickly, and it becomes a mess. It's so exhausting to have to clean up after them every day. It is so stressful. If anything is impossible, it's doing all that for 5 children. You'll never know that feeling until it happens to you, and I think you need to practice before you do it. Just let me go away for a month so I can relax and reset my batteries. It's not a big deal to go away that long, so just let me, okay? Well, I do understand what you're saying and feel, but you saying all this to me just feels like it's going to be too much trouble. This is way out of my league. I see what you're trying to say. After all, I was the one who decided to raise 5 children on my own, isn't it? Or something along those lines, right? You're telling me that it's my own responsibility, right? How is that fair when my own husband wanted this many kids? He's hardly here, and I'm on my own doing this. I'm really sick of this kind of talk from people. Without people like me, the population will decrease, yes? I'd rather that people would be grateful and that people like me get preferential treatment. No, I don't think that this is all your own fault. Of course there are families with many children, and I think those sorts of families are a treasure to our country. Parents raising a lot of children must have it so tough every day, and they must go through so many hard times. I believe that we all have a right to rest. Everyone needs a break, but this is too much. Have you even considered other options? Do you think it's okay to just hand over your children to more or less strangers? I knew that you were going to be like this. You don't understand that I want my own time, and I want that time to relax by myself. Why is everyone so against me doing this? Maybe because it's such a long time and I don't know how well your children will handle you being away that long. Have you talked to your parents about it? So here's the thing. I told my parents what I wanted to do, and they just scolded me so much for it. They said that if I'm the one who's had these children, then I need to raise them myself. They said don't even think about letting go of your kids and throwing them onto someone else for a month to take a break. We did it, so can you, Harper. Like, what a cruel thing to say to a mother. Being an old person and not having to worry so much about their responsibilities anymore must be nice, right? Is that what they actually said to you? I really can't hear them saying something like that, though, Harper. From my perspective, it seems they care very much about their grandchildren. You probably see it that way since you're not really part of the matter, okay? My husband is away on business, and I am doing everything by myself. It is so hard, Paige. Why is my husband working alone like he did when he was single? It's like I don't exist. I'm the one who's looking after the little snots 24 hours a day. As a full-time mother, I get no days off at any time of the year, and it's so exhausting. I also don't get paid for it either, which is so unfair. I just need a break, Paige. Well, I think that's a very reasonable opinion to have, but you can't just say those things when I'm sure there's people who care about the kids. If you still need help, ask your parents. Please ask them instead of me, okay? I'm due to give birth to my child next month, so to be honest, it could be born at any time between now and then. Because of my situation, it's going to be impossible for me to look after 5 children for over a month. My conditions are just so uncertain right now. I don't get why that should matter, though, Paige. I did it just fine. By the time I had my 5th child, I had 4 kids running around. Before and after all of them, I was taking care of them and haven't stopped. If I can do all of that, you can look after 5 of my children in your last month of pregnancy, right? You're capable of way more than you think you are. But you were just saying how difficult it all was for you, right? This is my first child that I'm having here, okay? There's a big difference between my own child and other people's children. I think that what you're trying to do to me right now isn't fair either. I don't think it's right to try to force your children onto other people, Harper. Even if you say those things, I feel like you're the only person that I can rely on right now. So could you please just do this for me? Thank you. That would be great. Okay, I gotta get back to raising these kids because they are going crazy right now. Thank you again for doing this. I owe you one, Paige. No, I can't do this, Harper. It's going to be impossible to look after them here. I really can't do something as important as looking after all the kids. Don't rely on me. Okay, I thought I better message you to let you know that just before I went on my trip, I left the children in your garden so that you didn't have to come and pick them up from my house. This trip is going to be so great. I can't wait to be able to relax and have some time to myself. They were so cute, having a lot of fun in your garden, so I'm sure you'll enjoy their company. Harper, what have you seriously done? What on earth are you talking about? Oh my God, are you saying that your kids are in my garden? Is this true? Isn't that what I just said, silly? I said I left them in your garden so that I could leave on my trip. Isn't this great? I'm already boarding the plane, so no turning back now. How could you be so irresponsible, Harper? Didn't I talk any sense into you last night about not doing that to your kids? Why are you being so selfish right now? I'm being dead serious. You can't just go and do something like this without my okay. You really need to get back here immediately, Harper. I'm sorry, but I've already got my tickets and my luggage has already been put on the plane, and I told you that I needed a break. It was urgent. It's too late. Goodbye now. I clearly told you that it's impossible for me to do this. I'm very troubled by what you're doing here. I am literally in labor right now. I don't have time for this. Hey, are you even listening to me? I just said that my water just broke and I'm about to go into labor. Come back right now and take your kids away. I am in a lot of pain, and the kids are just causing a lot of trouble for me. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm just going to have to take matters into my own hands if you won't. What on earth's going on over there? I just got a call from the police. What did you do? You left my children in your garden? Apparently there was a report of mistreatment? Like I told you before, you started to ignore me and got on your stupid plane. I went into labor and I had no idea what to do once my water broke. I had no time for your kids. Are you telling me that you neglected my kids by leaving them in the garden until nighttime? It would have been fine if you let them inside, yes? Harper, did you even consider what would have happened to your kids if you left them outside? I've gone back to my hometown to give birth to my child. I was due to give birth today, and obviously the baby wanted to arrive today, and my husband came with me to my hometown so that we could have some peace and quiet. Right now I'm spending some quality time with my family, and we're trying to be happy for what's happened today, and you are ruining it. Don't disturb me. Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Did you seriously go back to that crappy town you're from to give birth? Why on earth would you plan that? But since you had all that planned to have your baby out of the city, my kids remain sitting outside in your garden because no one's at home. That's right, no one's at home right now, so yes, you left your children outside in my garden all alone like the neglectful mother that you are. I also told my neighbors that I'd be away from home, so please take care of the house and the surrounding areas. I'm sure you saw them walking around. Must have been the neighbors that reported the kids being in the garden then. They probably thought it was strange that there were kids they don't know in my garden. Of course, I don't blame them for calling the authorities since it's an odd situation to deal with, especially when the kids have been out there all night long. How dare you mess with me like this? You were trying to sabotage my time to go and relax by myself, weren't you? How dare you and your husband neglect my own kids? I was wanting to have a great time traveling, and I was so excited to get out of the city without the kids. What have you done to me? I'm going to sue you for neglect. How dare you threaten me like that? I wasn't here, and you sprung this on me with no warning. I was risking my life giving birth to my child, you stupid woman. Don't relate what's happening to me to your stupid carefree trip that you're on. I am going through a lot here, and I told you that this was going to be impossible for me. How dare you call me a stupid woman, you evil little cow? I told you that I needed a break, and my parents weren't willing to help me. You physically neglected my children today. If anyone has done that, it's been you, since you're the one who left them in my garden without letting me or my husband know about it. Don't turn this on me. No matter what you try to do, this is going to be all your fault. I'm glad that the police are doing something about it. I hope they hurry up and question your parenting skills.
Hey, Paige, how's everything going? I just wanted to message you since I heard that you'd given birth in your hometown. I hope you're resting after your labor.
Oh, Henry, hello. I hope everything's okay with you. Yes, I'm back home at the moment. I'm beyond relieved that my baby was born happy and healthy.
Oh, really? The baby's fine? Oh, that's really great to hear. I'm so glad. So, of course, you know that my wife left our children unattended in your garden yesterday? I got a call from the police and my wife, and they tried to explain the situation to me. I'm really sorry for what happened to you when you were going through such a difficult time. I feel so bad, and I feel responsible for my wife being an absolute idiot and leaving my children with you. The next time I see you, I'll apologize 20 times over.
Oh, so you heard about what happened after all. I can't really say much about this since I wasn't at home, but please don't worry about this too much. Did you have any idea about this, Henry?
I had absolutely no idea what my wife was planning on doing. She didn't say a word about it to me. This whole business that my wife is going on a trip is insane. And to think that she planned to stay away on a vacation somewhere for more than a month is beyond my mind. I honestly couldn't believe what I was hearing.
You're kidding me, right? You had no idea what she was doing either? So it seems like you and I were thrown into the same situation by her then. I was wondering why she was so hasty in her decisions. She was getting desperate and needed a break, but I wondered if she talked to you about it.
No, I haven't heard about this break that she needed or anything else about it at all. I think she didn't tell me because she wanted to hide it from me. It seems like she didn't even consult my parents about it either. I think that she wanted to push all her jobs onto you, Paige, which makes no sense in your condition.
Hold on a minute. What did you just say? I don't get it. Why did she try to hide it? Did she say something to you about me who should be looking after the children and the parents wouldn't?
No, I don't think it's anything like that at all. In fact, I heard from my parents that she didn't even talk to them about this at all and didn't understand what I was talking about. They told me that they understand that it's super difficult to look after 5 children at once while Henry's working and to rely on them. That's what I heard from them.
Whoa, hold on. That makes no sense. Considering she was saying that they wouldn't help her, why was she trying to hide that? Is she worried about hurting her pride or something?
No, I don't think it's that, but what I do know, I think my wife has lost the plot, to be honest. Like, to begin with, leaving your kids with someone else for over a month is a bit of a stretch. It's kind of a strange thing to do, especially when you're hiding so much from everyone. The police are gonna ask for more details soon, too. Anyway, I'm truly sorry about what's happened over the past couple of days, Paige. I've dragged you into this, and it's not great, considering you just gave birth. I'll make sure to make this up to you in the future, but in the meantime, look after yourself and take care of that bundle of joy. I'm really sorry again, Paige.
Well, to be honest, that's true. She's lost it. No, you're fine. Thank you for contacting me today, Henry. I already know how tough this is for you already. Let's try our best to settle things for now, and I hope that things get fixed and that something like this doesn't happen ever again to your kids. What the heck have you done to me, Paige? You know that this was all your fault, right? Henry is divorcing me out of the blue. What am I supposed to do? Huh? I'm so confused as to what you mean. How is this all my fault, Harper? Huh? Oh yes, I heard from your husband that he's divorcing you. What I don't get is why you're messaging me right now, shouting at me when I'm the innocent one here. What's any of your business got to do with me? It's all your fault because you decided to up and leave your house and give birth in your hometown. Who the heck does that anyway? You were supposed to be at home, so I don't get why you weren't. Are you serious right now? It's not my responsibility to keep you updated on my pregnancy, Harper. I'm not the one who needed help. You did. And instead of asking like a normal person, you just decided to ditch your kids and disappear. I didn't ditch them. I knew they'd be safe with you. But I wasn't there. Did you even knock? Did you check to see if I was home? I left them at your door. I figured you'd come back soon. I didn't think it would be a big deal. I needed a break, okay? I needed to get away, and I thought I could count on you. No, Harper, you wanted to escape your responsibilities, and you thought I'd be the easy way out. You thought you could just dump them on me without even asking, and then what? You're mad at me for that? It's not like that. You don't understand what it's been like with Henry. He's been so distant, so cold. I needed time to think, to figure things out. I just needed a break from everything, from him, from the kids, from life. I thought you'd help me like a friend should. Help you? How was I supposed to help you when I wasn't even there? I didn't even know your kids were sitting outside my home for hours until my neighbor called me, worried sick. Harper, do you even realize how dangerous that was? It wasn't dangerous. They were fine. I knew they'd be okay. No, they weren't fine. Your youngest was crying, scared because they didn't know what was going on. Your older one was trying to be brave, but she was just as confused. And I wasn't even there to explain anything to them. Harper, they didn't deserve that. You are blowing this way out of proportion. I left them with you because I knew they'd be safe. Except I wasn't there, and now you're blaming me for your marriage falling apart? You made it worse. If you'd just been there, if you hadn't told Henry, none of this would have happened. He didn't have to know. I didn't tell Henry. My neighbor did. She saw what happened and called him because she couldn't get a hold of me. And you know what? Maybe it's good he knows. Maybe he deserves to know what kind of mother just abandons her children like that. I didn't abandon them. Don't make me sound like I'm some kind of monster. I needed a break, Paige. You don't know what it's like because your life is perfect, isn't it? You've got your happy little family, everything in order. You wouldn't understand what it's like to be suffocated by your own life, by your own kids. My life isn't perfect, Harper. Do you think having a newborn is easy? Do you think I don't feel overwhelmed sometimes? But I don't just run away when things get hard. I don't dump my responsibilities on someone else and take off without a word. Well, aren't you just so noble, always doing the right thing, always the responsible one? I didn't have that luxury, okay? I couldn't just deal with it anymore. You had options, Harper. You could have asked for help properly. You could have called me, talked to Henry, done anything but what you did. But instead, you left your kids like they were some burden you couldn't wait to get rid of. And then you ran away. And now you're mad at me because Henry's leaving you? That's not on me. That's on you. You're supposed to be my sister-in-law. You're supposed to support me. I was your friend. I've supported you through so much, but this is too far. You can't just use people like that, Harper. Friendship isn't about dumping your problems on someone else and expecting them to clean up your mess. It's about being there for each other, yes, but not like this. So what, you're saying this is all my fault? That I deserve to lose my family over this? I'm saying you made choices, and those choices have consequences. You decided to leave your kids on my doorstep. You decided to disappear for days without telling anyone, and now you're dealing with the fallout of those decisions. But I was just trying to clear my head. You don't get it. Henry doesn't get it. He never listens. He just shuts me out, and I couldn't take it anymore. I needed space. I get that, Harper. I really do. But there are better ways to get space than abandoning your children. You could have talked to Henry, gone to therapy, something, but you didn't. You ran away, and now Henry knows and he's reacting to what you did. You can't put that on me. You could have at least defended me, explained that I needed a break. Defended you? How was I supposed to defend you when I don't agree with what you did? I'm not going to lie to Henry or anyone else just to make you feel better about something that was clearly wrong. And honestly, I'm surprised you even think I should. I thought you'd have my back. I thought you'd understand. I understand that you're struggling, Harper, but I don't understand how you thought abandoning your kids would fix that. And now you're dealing with the consequences of your actions, and you want to blame me for it. Henry's going to take the kids, you know. He's going to make me look like the bad guy in court, and I'll lose them. All because you didn't do one simple thing for me. You think this is about one simple thing, Harper? This isn't about me not watching your kids. This is about you leaving them without any warning, without any care for who knows how long. This is about you running away from your life instead of facing it. That's why Henry is divorcing you, not because of me. You're just like him, judging me, acting like you're so much better. No, I'm not better than you. I've made plenty of mistakes, but I don't try to shift the blame onto someone else when I mess up. I own it, and maybe that's something you need to do too. I didn't mess up. I needed time, and you weren't there when I needed you. You didn't need me, Harper. You needed to face the fact that your life was falling apart, and instead of dealing with it, you ran. And now you're paying the price. That's not on me. That's on you. I thought you'd understand. I thought you'd help me. I might have helped you if you'd asked, but you didn't. You took the choice away from me. You made me the bad guy in a situation I didn't even know I was part of. So what? You're just done with me? Is that it? I don't know, Harper. I don't know if I can trust you after this. You put me in an impossible situation, and now you're blaming me for something you caused. That's not friendship. That's not even close. You're really going to turn your back on me now? I'm not turning my back on you. I'm just not going to take responsibility for your choices. You have to own up to this, Harper. You can't keep blaming everyone else for what's happening in your life. I'm saying that people care about you, Harper, but that doesn't mean they can fix your life. We can only be there to support you, but you're the one who has to take control of your own mess. I can't do that for you, and neither can Henry. Henry never even gave me a chance to explain. He found out, and now all he wants is to take the kids away from me. How is that fair? What would you even say to him, Harper? That you needed a vacation from your family? That you couldn't be bothered to ask for help the right way? How would you explain leaving your kids without knowing who would take care of them? I don't know, okay? I thought if I could get some distance, I'd figure it out. I'd come back and things would be better. Running away doesn't make things better. It just makes them worse when you have to face the consequences. You took off and didn't think about what that would do to your kids, to Henry, to anyone but yourself. And now instead of owning it, you're trying to blame me. I don't need a lecture, Paige. I need a friend. I thought you, of all people, would get that. What you need is to face reality, Harper. You've made choices, and now you're dealing with what comes next. I was your sister-in-law. I've been there for you more times than I can count, but I won't let you dump this on me. So what now? I lose everything? My kids, my marriage? What else? Well, that's up to you. You can keep pretending like everyone else is to blame, or you can start trying to fix what you broke. But until you're honest about what you did and about why you did it, nothing is going to change. It's not that easy. I can't just fix everything by saying sorry. No, you can't. It's going to take a lot more than that. But you need to start somewhere. Maybe it's with Henry, maybe it's with your kids. But blaming me or anyone else is only going to push people further away. You really think I can fix this? After everything? I don't know, Harper. I really don't think so. I'm not sure where you go from here. But I do know that if you keep trying to make everyone else responsible for your choices, then yeah, you're going to lose everything. You have to be willing to do the work to make things right, and it won't be easy, but it's the only way forward. Either way, this really doesn't even concern me at this point, and you should really be talking to your own husband about these kinds of things. Or at least you can talk to him while he still is your husband, that is. Have a nice life, Harper. Wait, no, you can't abandon me like this. Please, I'm begging you. This is all your fault. You have to help me out of this. You did this to me, and now you need to get me out of this mess. I really did try and convince Harper that there might have been a chance if she could only face up to her mistakes and admit that what she did was wrong. But instead, she insisted on blaming me and even tried to go and tell my brother that all of this was my fault. And she might have even gotten away with it too, but apparently Henry began looking into what else Harper had been doing behind his back, and he found out that she was cheating on him. Well, that really was the last straw. He hired a divorce lawyer and sued her for infidelity. After that, he made sure to get custody of the kids, and that was the last that my brother ever saw of his horrible wife. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Selena! It's getting so late. This is getting beyond a joke now. It's really not that safe for you to be out this late, and I'm getting quite worried about you. You need to come home right now, young lady. Would you just shut up already, Giselle? I've told you countless times not to call me when I'm out with my friends. I'm so sick of you bothering me so much. And seriously, can you stop acting like my mother, for goodness sake? It's so creepy when a stranger who isn't even blood-related tries to lecture me and act all high and mighty. Just because we're not blood-related, Selena, doesn't change the fact that I consider you my daughter. I think it's only natural for me to worry about you. That's not fair for you to say that. Here we go again with all the crap that's coming out of your mouth. Giselle, I don't want to hear it. Enough with that already. I'm beyond listening to you. Are you kidding me right now, Selena? Be reasonable. Besides, I told you that I had something important to discuss with you today, didn't I? We need to talk, my dear. Why would I ever keep an appointment to talk to a gross old hag like you for, huh? I hate mothers to begin with, so bossy and think they know everything. Do you really think that just because you've married my father that you wouldn't be a stranger anymore? I don't care, so there's no way some stranger who isn't even related to me is going to be my mother. Okay, but I get why you feel the way you do, and it's because of your real mother, isn't it? Wasn't it your biological mother who had an affair and left? Yeah, exactly my point. Mothers suck, so no way am I ever going to accept anyone as my mother. People who cheat on others are truly the worst. I understand your feelings about all of this, Selena. It hurts you, and I get that. But what I need to talk about today is very important. I really wanted to discuss it with you face to face. Look, I don't get how you're not listening to what I'm saying. I don't care about this thing you have to talk about, you old hag. I can't stand the sight of you anyway. All right, well, if that's the way you feel, then I suppose there's no other way to bring this up with you. I'm not sure if this is the best way to tell you, but I'm divorcing Juan. Is that what this big talk is all about? Really? Dad already told me. Honestly, I'm glad he finally made up his mind about you. I've been telling him to do it for ages, but he just wouldn't listen. It was really frustrating. Excuse me? What on earth did you just say to me? For ages? What do you mean by that? Have you had this planned out or something? Are you seriously kidding me, Selena? Well, yeah, obviously. Even just being a mother is creepy, but having a total stranger act like my mom and live in my house? That's beyond creepy. It's physically repulsive. Wow, okay. I didn't realize that you felt so strongly about this happening. I thought maybe you might have the smallest amount of sympathy. So you're saying you approve of the divorce, huh? Of course I do. I was the one who actually more or less suggested Dad to do it in the first place. I'll be so relieved when that gross old hag is gone for good. Okay, don't worry about how I feel when you say those sort of horrible things to me, Selena. Also, another thing that I need to mention is about the house. Would you just shut up for once in your pathetic life? You're actually the most annoying person I've ever met. My friends are waiting for me. I don't want to hear anything else from you. Whoa, 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 Selena, we're not even remotely done with this conversation. You can't just bail on me right now. Just wait a minute, okay? Come back! You've got some nerve trying to talk to me about this divorce that's happening. Dad told me the truth. It turns out you're the reason for this divorce. I never really liked you in the first place, but now I can confirm that you really are just a piece of trash. You're getting dumped by Dad, and you totally deserve it. Excuse me? What on earth are you talking about? Are you seriously kidding me right now? Why must you treat me so badly when I haven't done anything to you? No, seriously, don't even try to pull any of that crap on me about how you don't know what I'm talking about. You definitely know what I'm trying to tell you. How much longer are you going to stay in my house, huh? You're a complete stranger now. Get out of my father's house immediately. It's my house too, so I order you to leave. Okay, I really don't know what your father has been telling you, but it's you two who will be leaving the house, not me. It's your father who's getting dumped, not me. Huh? Excuse me? What are you even saying? This is my dad's house, so obviously you're the one who has to leave. Now go before I have to force you out myself. Oh, so that's another thing that your father kept from you too, huh? This is actually my family home, Selena. My parents passed away before I met your father, and I inherited it. Your family home? No way is that true. This house was practically brand new when we moved into it. If it was your family home, especially a hag like yourself, it should be old and falling apart, right? I had it completely renovated before we moved in. It had been in the family for a long time, and honestly, it was getting quite inconvenient. And just so you know, I paid for the entire renovation myself. What the heck are you even talking about? How can any of that possibly be true, Giselle? You must be lying to me. Dad never told me about any of that. Well, he's obviously a proud man and doesn't like to admit these type of things. He thinks that he can do everything and anything, but he's not the only one. But I don't understand. If what you're saying is actually true, you're still the one at fault for the divorce, aren't you? That's what Dad told me, so why would he lie? You're acting all confident so that you can't admit defeat, am I right? Dad's going to demand compensation from you. You might even have to sell the house then, won't you? I told you, Selena, your father is a very proud man. He'd never admit anything to his daughter, especially that he was the one at fault for our marriage failing. And also especially when the reason for the divorce in the first place is infidelity, something his daughter despises so much. He probably couldn't bring himself to tell you. Whoa, 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 just hold on a minute. Giselle, are you saying what I think you're saying? Are you telling me that my dad, the one who was abandoned by my stupid mother, had an affair? That's a lie. It's not a lie, Selena. I know how you feel about it, and Juan himself was cheated on and divorced in the past, so I initially couldn't believe it either. But I have proof, and I heard it directly from him, so there's no mistake. Excuse me? How can there be no mistake in him cheating on you? That's unbelievable! There's no way after everything that happened to him that he would do something like that! If you can't believe any of it, I can show you the evidence of his infidelity. I have it all right here for you to look at. Why don't you ask your father about it later?
What in the world have you done, you stupid woman? How could you even think about doing something like this? Selena is unbelievably furious!
Well, of course she is one. Why shouldn't she be? Her father, whom she adores so much, committed the very act that she despises most in the world, infidelity.
Okay, well, if you understood any of that in the first place, why didn't you just keep quiet about it, huh? She came screaming into my office at work and completely embarrassed me.
Oh, right. Well, I don't blame her for doing something like that, considering the situation. Wasn't the woman you had an affair with a subordinate at your company, Juan? Knowing Selena, she hates anything that doesn't go her way, so it's not surprising she'd do something like that. You should have seen that coming!
This isn't a laughing matter, Giselle. Thanks to you, my plans to remarry once things have cooled down are completely ruined. My fiancée said she could never be the mother of a child who would do something like this. And on top of all that, my affair has now been exposed to everyone at work, leading to a demotion and a pay cut for me. What am I supposed to do about that, huh?
Ugh, do you think I'm supposed to feel sorry for you about that? How many years have you been Selena's father? You should have been able to imagine that this would happen if you were caught.
That's precisely why I tried so hard to keep it from Selena. Unlike you, I intend to continue living as Selena's father. Now everything's completely messed up because of this.
It's not just the affair, Juan. You didn't even tell her about the house, did you? It seems she didn't even know this house was my family house. This is what happens when you keep telling temporary lies.
Shut up, you stupid woman! Seriously, what am I supposed to do now? Selena's furious, my standing at work is ruined, remarriage is out of the question. I don't know what to do!
I'm sorry to interrupt your pity party here, Juan, but I'll be adding to your alimony payments. And remember, this house is not part of the marital assets, so you need to factor that into your plans as well.
Are you even listening to what I've been saying, Giselle? I've been demoted and had my salary cut! I can't afford anything you're asking of me!
Well, you were the one who had the affair and is responsible for the divorce. It's only natural that you have to pay, even if you can't afford it. Instead of whining, you should be thinking about your future. This is absolutely the worst I've ever had to go through. I can't believe Dad was such a scumbag. I met his lover directly, and she's around my age. It's so disgusting that he was having an affair with someone close to my age. I'm sorry, but why on earth are you even talking to me right now, Selena? I don't understand. We're not supposed to be in contact anymore, are we? Oh, come on, Giselle. Don't say that to me. Because of all this, I've realized something. That man is no longer my father. The only parent that I've truly got now is you, Giselle. Wait, why are you saying that now for, huh? You were just saying how you couldn't stand the idea of a stranger who wasn't blood-related being your mother. But don't you get it, Giselle? That's all because I didn't understand back then on how it all worked. Anyway, I've got a favor to ask you, Giselle. Okay. But you can't just take back what you said so easily about how you treated me, though. But I guess I'll hear you out. So what is it that you want, Selena? So, because I only classed you as my mother now, and I don't want anything to do with my father, is it alright that you take over my legal guardianship? I would very much appreciate that. I don't want to think of Dad as my father anymore, but there's no other adult I can rely on besides him. I don't want him around anymore, so I was thinking you could become my real mother? I'm sorry, what? You want me to be your legal guardian from now on? But not so long ago, Selena, you said that you hated me, didn't you? Oh, that was just me getting carried away in the moment, you know? Don't worry about what I said. More importantly, please take over my guardianship. Otherwise, I won't be able to pay for my tuition. I'm sorry, your tuition? Ah, I see. So you want me to pay for your tuition, as you have no experience with any part-time jobs, and one has financial problems, so you want me to take over? Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. But that's not all, Giselle. I literally can't stand my dad anymore, so it's true that you're a better option for me, Giselle. And by what right are you saying such arrogant things? You called me an unrelated old hag and said it was physically repulsive to have a stranger living in your house, and always yelled at me. You were saying that I was acting like your mother whenever I tried to give you advice, which you hated. And now, of course, it's convenient for you. You want me to take over your guardianship and pay for your tuition? That's ridiculous. Oh my god, why are you saying such things for, Giselle? I'm your stepdaughter after all. Besides, at your age, you can't have any more children, can you? Don't you see the benefits here? This is your last and final chance to have a beautiful and smart child like me. Don't you understand that? Huh? A self-centered, independent child like you? Are you kidding me right now? I'd rather not have any kids in that case. Never again try to act like my child.
I heard from Giselle, you know. You apparently said that you prefer her over me. Is that really true? Are you messing with me or something? What do you mean you prefer her over your own father?
Oh, come on. Don't act all high and mighty when you were the one having an affair, you scummy old man. It's disgusting, so stop acting like my father.
Excuse me? How dare you talk to me in this manner? I'm your father, so you need to show me some respect. What do you mean, disgusting to be your father?
You're literally disgusting, that's what. And you were demoted and had your salary cut because of the alimony payments, right? And the house is gone. Can you even pay my tuition, Dad?
Are you kidding me right now, Selena? You're completely selfish, just like your biological mother. You're still thinking about yourself at a time like this?
You were the one who's always thinking about yourself. You had an affair and got hit with alimony payments. Don't drag me into your mess. That's not fair at all.
If you're going to turn around and say that to me, then you were saying all sorts of things about Giselle as well. I know how much of a big mouth you are. Okay, let's actually just calm down for a moment so that we can both think clearly about this. Our arguing isn't going to solve anything, Selena.
Well, no, maybe not, but you're not making the situation easier for anyone at all. What are we actually going to do here, Dad, huh? How are you going to fix everything?
How can we fix this? You're right, financially, we're in no position to pay for your tuition. We don't have a house either. Selena, you're staying at a friend's place right now, huh?
Yes, I am. And I guess that you're staying at a hotel near work, yes? Since you're no longer in the house anymore? That can't be cheap, Dad.
That's right, but we can't keep this up forever. Hotel bills ain't cheap, and your friend won't let you stay there indefinitely. That's why I'm thinking of trying to reconcile with Giselle again.
Well, if that were possible, it'd be for the best. But Dad, do you even realize you had an affair? There's no way that's going to work. You broke her trust.
That's why I'm gonna try to get back on her good side. Given Giselle's age, her chances of getting married again are slim. If she's no longer upset with us, she might consider remarrying, don't you think?
Ugh, are you serious? Well, I guess it's better than doing nothing. Wait, Dad, do you still even like her in that way? Do you still love her or not?
No, of course not. But she owns a house, and if we remarry, the alimony will be canceled and I won't have to pay anything. I'm just gonna use her for that.
I don't know, but if it means that my tuition gets paid, then I guess anything like that is fine. Alright, if we're going to do this, let's go and cheer her up right away. Hi there, Giselle. How are things going with you at the moment? I just wanted to message you since I care about you a lot. Your workday ends around this time, yeah? Let's grab something to eat together. Okay, Selena, I think I've told you countless times, but what has gotten into you two lately, huh? You keep asking me to go out for meals or to hang out. And your father even comes to pick me up after work without asking me first. It's frankly very creepy, and I'm getting bad vibes from what you're both doing. I'm sorry, what did you just say? Are you telling me that what my dad is trying to do for you is creepy? That's such a mean thing to say. Dad would cry if he heard you say that. Well, you're acting pretty creepy yourself, Selena. This isn't like you at all. Besides, I never told you my work hours, so how do you even know them now? What do you mean, how do I know your work hours? Of course I know them, because I actually care about how you work. Dad told me. Anyway, who cares about that? Let's just go eat. I'm starving. Okay, I've told you this repeatedly, but I'm not going anywhere with you. Why would I go to dinner with my ex-husband's child, especially after you hated me so much? Oh, come on, Giselle. There's really no need for you to say that. We don't need to go there anymore. We've actually reflected on our actions, you know? When you two were married, Dad wasn't at home much, and I was really awful to you. But after he divorced you, Giselle, we realized that wasn't the right thing to do. That's why we're trying to be friendly with you now. You've actually reflected on this? How? No, seriously, please stop this. You contact me without any thought for the time, even during work hours, and you wait outside my company when I leave. It's just adding to my stress. Oh my goodness! I didn't realize that was how you were feeling at the moment. That sounds rough. Let's go to dinner and blow off some steam then. Okay, this is actually getting beyond a joke. I'm not laughing, Selena. How much sinks into that head of yours, huh? Don't you listen to what I say? This is getting scary. Oh, come on, don't be like that, Giselle. Anyway, it's been about 2 weeks since we started doing this, hasn't it? Have our feelings of remorse reached you? Will you remarry my dad? What the heck are you talking about? Of course I won't. Enough is enough. Do you think I'm stupid or something? You're clearly doing this because you're in financial trouble, but continuing this won't make me think any better of you. Hey, stop saying things like that to me, Giselle. Look, I couldn't even pay this month's tuition, and I'll have to drop out of school if this keeps up. Don't you feel sorry for me or anything? Actually, no, I don't at all. And besides, I'm a stranger to you, aren't I? Before you rely on a stranger, you should try to handle things yourself, since you're old enough to do that.
Hey, Giselle. I just wanted to message you to say good job at your work today. I'm sure you worked really hard today. I've come to pick you up again today. I'm waiting outside the company as usual.
Oh my god, seriously? Why on earth are you doing this? I told you and Selena to stop doing this to me, didn't I? Why do you both keep ignoring me and carrying on? Give me a break.
No, I don't think I can stop. It's important to keep at it. Otherwise, you won't understand how serious we are. Anyway, why don't we stop somewhere on the way home? It wouldn't be bad to spend some time together, just the two of us.
Are you kidding me right now, Juan? I'm not doing this with you, and that's final. No, thank you. Also, I'm already at home. You should go home now, too.
Excuse me? What did you just say? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm so confused right now. You haven't come out of the office yet, have you?
The reason I haven't come out is because you're being so creepy. I actually asked someone at my company to let me out through the back door a little while ago.
Are you seriously kidding me? I went to all the trouble to pick you up, so why would you do that to me? I've been waiting for you to come out for almost an hour now.
Went to all the trouble to pick me up and I waited for you. Don't say such condescending things when I never asked you to do this. I'm at my limit. I'm going to report you two to the police.
Really? Would you seriously do that? You'd call the police on me? What the heck are you talking about? I haven't done anything to remotely warrant that.
You keep calling me until I answer, you ambush me outside work, and when I block your messages, you come to my house repeatedly until I unblock you. If this continues, it's going to disrupt my life.
But reporting us to the police, that's taking things a bit too far, isn't it? I mean, it's just an ex-husband and ex-stepdaughter trying to reconnect. You're the one who keeps ignoring us all the time, so you're the one with the problem, not us. We have no reason to be told off by the police or anything like that.
That's not even remotely true at all. Even if it's not an arrest, I could definitely get a restraining order on you and Selena. What you both are doing is classified as stalking.
No, come on, Giselle. How could you even do something like this to me? What you're saying right now is completely blowing everything out of proportion. That's an overreaction.
It's not up to you to decide if it's an overreaction. Besides, I have records of all your calls and messages, and people from my company are willing to testify about you waiting for me.
Hey, seriously, stop it. We just want you to understand that we've reflected on our actions, okay? If that happens, my reputation will be ruined for years.
I told you repeatedly to stop, and you won't. So this is what I have to do now. You're the ones who are ignoring my wishes. So for now, I'm going to ignore your opinion on this.
Giselle, please! I really need you to message me back right now. I really need help with something. Please reply to this message immediately. I really need you!
Ugh, why on earth are you messaging me at this time of night for? I can't believe you're doing this! Why should I even help you for? With what exactly?
Well, Selena told everyone about what's going on, and my affair at work got out to everyone, right? The company's punishment was just a demotion and a pay cut, but there were other issues too.
Okay, and what's this all got to do with me, huh? You made your bed, so you lie in it, one. But what other issues are you talking about? Were you isolated at work or something?
Exactly that! It's like they were trying to force me out of the company by just not interacting with me at all! Because of that, my work performance suffered, and today the company suggested I resign! So I did in the end!
Well, that seems like a reasonable decision on the company's part to do that to you. Your lover, or whatever, already resigned long ago, didn't she? So, sooner or later, it was bound to happen anyway. You're getting what you deserve.
You say that, but it all started because you told Selena what I was doing, didn't you? And you even honestly told my parents the reason for our divorce. Now my parents are disgusted with me, and even my friends left when they found out about the affair.
That's exactly why I said it's all your fault, Juan. I can't believe that you're turning this around on me when I did absolutely nothing wrong. I wasn't the one who cheated, that was you. Of all people on the planet, you should know how much it hurts to be cheated on and your partner running off with someone else. How could you do something like that to me? You contacted me at my company, saying you absolutely had to talk to me, so I unblocked you. I didn't want you showing up when there's a restraining order. But if you're just going to keep going on and on about your misfortunes or such idiotic things to me, I'm going to block you again immediately. I'm done with this crap one.
No! Please don't do that! Don't say things like that! Like I said earlier, I have no one left to rely on anymore! Please, could you just give me some financial assistance? Just a little bit!
Are you kidding me? Excuse me, but you still owe me alimony after what you did to me, don't you? And on top of that, you want financial assistance? It's like I'm just handing your money you pay me back to you.
You say that, but was what I did really so bad that it warranted this kind of situation to happen? It was only just an affair, right? But now my parents have cut me off and you won't help me! This is so ridiculous!
Excuse me? Why on earth should I do that for you in the first place when you created this boomerang effect? Didn't you divorce your previous over just an affair?
But you do realize that what happened was a completely different time and place. My emotions were a lot different back then. A man's affair versus a woman's is not as hurtful, I don't think.
Did you seriously say what I think you said? Have you completely lost the plot? Do you really think that a man having an affair doesn't hurt a woman as bad than if it was the other way around? You really have lost your mind. Do you know how crazy you sound right now, Juan? Is that really so? Okay, well, you need to seriously think carefully about what you're doing. You need to take this opportunity to learn a valuable lesson. Both a man's affair and a woman's affair are despicable. Despicable enough to lose your job and be abandoned by your daughter and parents.
Giselle, please don't do this to me. I really do need you. I can't live without any money. Don't make me pay for your alimony. It's too much for me to handle. I have no job. If you don't get back with me, you're gonna have to handle Zelina. I can't pay for her forever. It's expensive to send her to school. I really need to get out of here. This town is super claustrophobic.
So, Selena, I thought it would be best to get in touch with you so that everything is over once and for all. I heard about Juan. He's disappeared, hasn't he? Oh my god, Giselle, is that really you? Wow, I can't believe you've actually unblocked me from messaging you. I never thought that I would hear from you ever again. It's only to tell you a few things so that I can be done with all of this crap and for you all to be out of my life and not be anywhere near me again. This is actually about your grandparents contacting me, asking if I knew where he went. I don't know his whereabouts, but are you really okay, Selena, with all these inconveniences? Okay, so he said to me that he couldn't deal with all the money issues anymore and he couldn't look after me. So he dropped me off at my grandparents' house and then just vanished in his car. Okay, yes, but he can do that to you now since you're of age. You're already 20 years old, are you not? Even if going to university is difficult, you could still get a job, couldn't you? What did you just say, Giselle? Are you actually telling me that he had every right to do that to me? To abandon me like this? Ugh, and no way am I getting a job. Also, my grandparents are completely useless when it comes to my situation. They're living on their pension money, so they can't pay for my school tuition. They're absolutely worthless to me. And Dad, if he was just going to disappear, he should have at least left me some money for my tuition. They're all equally useless, aren't they? Okay, but aside from your father, your grandparents reluctantly took you in, didn't they? Don't you think that's a terrible way to talk about people who have helped you? They're my blood-related grandparents, so it's only natural for them to take care of me. Besides, they should cut their own living expenses and pay for my tuition, right? It's absolutely ridiculous that they can't pay for it when their grandchild is begging them for help. Wow, okay. I guess I'm not the only one that you talk badly about. I was a fool to even worry and contact you. Even in this situation, you haven't changed at all, have you? Well, let's put that aside for a moment, yeah? Giselle, you contacted me because you were worried about me, right? So that means you're going to pay my tuition, yes? Excuse me? What on earth did you just say to me? How the heck did you even reach that conclusion, you silly girl? Do you think I would after the way you've treated me? But it makes sense, doesn't it? Because you're the only one I can rely on right now, Giselle. It turns out you really were my true parent after all. Thank you, Mom! What the heck did you just call me? I'm not happy to be called Mom in this situation. You're just using me. I can see right through you. In fact, hearing someone like you call me that only makes me angry. Oh, come on, don't be like that. It's a parent's duty to pay for their children's tuition, isn't it? Since Dad disappeared, you, Giselle, are the only one who's left, so you have to pay. The moment your father and I got divorced, you and I became strangers. I have no obligation to pay your tuition, Selena, and there's no have to about it. But, just so you know, it's different now. Before, Dad was around, so I was asking you to remarry him. But he's gone now, isn't he? So if you pay my tuition, we don't have to live together or anything. I'll have no complaints if you just give me the money. You don't have to do anything else besides paying my tuition. Otherwise, I'll have to drop out of college. Don't you feel sorry for me? Please help poor me. I did feel sympathy for your predicament. That's why I contacted you, to check on your current situation. And there's no mistake about that. But after talking to you like this, no, you're not pitiful at all. Excuse me? Why on earth are you saying that for? I'm not the one at fault here. I'm just the innocent party in this situation, which is your divorce from Dad. I got dragged into it. The decisive factor in my decision to divorce was indeed your father's affair, but it's not the only reason. Your behavior was definitely a cause for the divorce, too. If you had truly reflected, those words wouldn't be coming out of your mouth. You can go on living your whole life blaming everyone else if you like. But if you do that, you won't be able to ever pay for your tuition, and I think everyone around you will eventually lose any sort of affection for you. No, but I told you before that I've reflected on my behavior and I've changed a lot. Why are you saying such awful things? Come on, don't be like this, Giselle. I've let you walk all over me for way too long. I'm not going to let you rule my life anymore. You may have reflected on your behavior, but it doesn't prove anything has changed when it comes to how you treat people and how you act. I'm so over this crap, and you take up way too much energy. Awful? I think what I'm saying is right about your behavior up until now. For example, didn't you say I deserve to be abandoned by your dad? Well, unfortunately, so have you, so good luck with everything. No, Giselle, please, come back. Don't leave me at my grandparents' house. I'll be stuck here forever, and they won't give me any money to pay for school. I really need you. Please, you've been the only parent I've had in my whole life who has actually cared about me. Don't leave me alone like this. Come back. I want to live with you. I need your help. After that exchange, Giselle blocked Selena's number and had no further contact with her. However, a few years later, she coincidentally met Juan's parents, and they updated her on Selena's situation. Selena never got herself a part-time job, and as a result, couldn't pay for her tuition. She had no choice but to drop out of university. Her grandparents eventually told her they would kick her out if she didn't work, so she reluctantly started to look for jobs. However, none of them lasted long. And apparently, she's still living a disorderly life. Her grandparents are reportedly at their financial and emotional limit with Selena. They mentioned they would be kicking her out of the house soon. It seems that only then will she realize her life is a dead end. Meanwhile, Juan disappeared and apparently intended to use that opportunity to escape his alimony payments. However, Giselle consulted a lawyer and used a detective agency to locate him. He is still making alimony payments to this day. A difficult life likely awaits him even after the payments are complete. As for Giselle, she continues to live alone in her family home her parents left for her. Without the burden of Selena's tuition, my life is now financially and emotionally comfortable. While she may not have a family of her own in the future, she can say with certainty that her current life is far happier than any potential future with Juan and his annoying daughter Selena. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Julissa, do you mind sending in your report from your most recent business trip, please? What? I'm just heading out of the office right now, though. I understand that, Julissa. But if you don't hand in that report by the end of today, then you're not going to be in compliance. What a pain in the ass. All I'm asking you to do is send in that report by email, and nothing else. Nothing about it should be that difficult for someone like you, right? Sure. I get what you're saying. I'll work on sending that report in now. What is this? Like you were asking me for. The report for my business trip. No, because this isn't even a document, first of all. This is a picture you sent me, right? And from the looks of it, it seems to be a picture from you on your day off. I'm assuming that man next to you is a department manager? I'm sorry, but I did not ask you to send in a picture of you and your father together on your day off. Hold on. What I sent you is correct. That's a picture of me while I was on the business trip. What? But this picture, it's a picture of you and the department manager together at some kind of theme park somewhere, having fun with one another, right? That's right. Is there some kind of problem here? There is a very big problem now, Julissa. Do you have any idea what you were chosen to go on that business trip for? Of course I know why. It was a business trip intended to refresh me before I came back home, right? Nobody ever said you were going on that trip to do such a thing. You went out there to get work done for this company, correct? Does this mean that for the past week you've been gone, you've been playing non-stop and doing nothing you were told to do? That does seem to be the case. I cannot believe this, Julissa. Listen here. You have always had a rather bad attitude for someone your age, but I never expected that you'd get even worse the longer you worked here. Excuse me, but are you trying to preach about my attitude right now? You really are the most annoying coworker ever, aren't you, Jill? Do you have something against me for some reason or another? I would never have something against you. I have just been left in charge of making sure that you are trained appropriately and that you understand everything you are supposed to be doing here, which is one of the reasons I may seem to be a bit annoying. I'll send you one other picture as well now. This one seems to have been taken inside of a really fancy-looking hotel. That's the hotel I've been staying in for my business trip, Jill. You're lying. Just based off this picture, something tells me the hotel wasn't cheap at all. Do you actually understand what kind of a hotel this is? This is a 5-star resort that I stayed at, which costs close to $1,000 every night. $1,000 a night? You stayed at a place like this during your business trip? Weren't you asked to only stay at an economy hotel while you were away? The thing is, I'm not going to be staying in some cheap old economy hotel like the company asked me to. But that's a rule for all the employees of this company, so that there is no overspending while you're away. If you were using your own money to pay for the stay, then you can go wherever you please. But when it comes to a business trip for this company, you have to abide by the expenses. You used the company's money for that, didn't you? In other words, you used the company's money to put yourself in a very expensive hotel for a full week, right? Do you understand how much of a problem that is? Yes, I do. If anybody else were to do something like I did while on a business trip, they'd be getting yelled at non-stop. What makes you think you're different from the rest of the employees here? Well, my dad happens to be a department leader for this company. His name is known by everyone within the company, and he has given a lot for it as well. That means the company's money can be used however we want to use it. And so just as I thought, your father has been playing a big part in your business trips as well. Man, being able to stay a full week in a 5-star hotel where I can just go out and play all the time for work is the best. Hey, business trips like this are really fun. I'm going to go next week as well, I think. You're not allowed to go on them every week. Also, you using the company's money like that is not a good thing for anyone here. You think I care about how it affects the rest of you? Do you have any idea how much my dad and I have given to this company? If you're only speaking about your father, I know that he's given quite a bit. But when it comes to you, you're barely out of training and have not done any real work for the company yet. Shut the hell up! I want to be on another one of those business trips pronto, so you give me one soon. That is your job from me, buddy.
Jill, I've heard about everything. You were able to acquire another major contract for the company, right?
Ah, that's correct. But that didn't happen just because of my own work. The contract was acquired based off the presentation that so many of the people here had worked on.
Come on now, you were the leader of that group. You managed everyone in a way that led to such an outcome. Had I had someone else in charge, this sort of an outcome would have never came about for the company.
You really think so?
You are a really important asset to this company, Jill. To all of us here. You're a treasure that none of us can afford to ever lose.
No, wait. I can't be one of the most important people in this company. The only reason I've been working so hard to be successful here is as a thank you for allowing me to become an employee of the company.
Hearing you say something like that about your work ethic only makes me happy to have you here.
But really, there was never any other companies willing to hire me based off the fact that I never went to high school. I will never forget the gratitude I have for this company. Ever.
To myself and the rest of the company, your education means nothing to us anymore due to all the things you have done so far for us. I'm sure if you graduated high school and then went on to a university somewhere, you would be one of the most important workers to any company right now. But thankfully, that never happened. And we were able to hire you before anyone else could.
Although, it would have been nice for me to have gone to college somewhere at least.
Well, when it boils down to how you feel about your past, I'm sure you regret some things still. But we all had to start somewhere, right? And no matter where you ended up finishing your education at, you will still be the bright young woman you are right now.
Thank you so much for saying that. I really love the work I'm doing here, and I never plan on leaving the company anytime soon.
With how well you've done so far and all the work you continue to do for the company, it's crazy that you even wanted to start training some of the new hires. I'm a bit worried about your health, actually.
There is no issues with my health right now. Everyone that I've had the pleasure of working with so far has been very understanding, and because of that, I haven't had many issues at all.
Is that right? Is that right?
But there is one person I'd like to talk with you about.
I see. Well, tell me what you like too.
This has to do with Jalissa.
Jalissa? Ah, she's the daughter of the sales department manager, correct? I'd known about her before she even started working for this company. Her father loves to brag about how much of an excellent worker she really is. What kind of things do you have to say about her?
Well, Jalissa recently went on a business trip for the sales department, and it turns out there was a big problem that came up.
Are you serious?
I am. There are some things I'd like for you to have a look at, so I'll send them your way right now. Jill, when is my next business trip going to be? I am really looking forward to it right now and can't keep myself still. Listen, Jalissa, I told you before, didn't I? You won't be going on as many business trips as you want to think. When there is a point in time when someone needs to go, I'll let you know. Hey, I can't just sit around waiting for you to come and tell me something. If you don't start giving me them every week, then I'm not going to have anything to do here. If you feel like you won't have anything to do, then how about you start working on all those documents you have piling up on your desk? If you start taking time to complete all of those, then I'm sure your next business trip will come in no time. Stop talking to me like I'm some kind of child still. Are you trying to make fun of me right now or something? That wasn't my plan at all when saying that. If that offended you at all, I'm sorry. Now, I happen to have a lot of work of my own to get back to now, which means that I can't sit around all day talking with you and trying to find another business trip for you to go on. Listen, I'm going to make it very clear here the kind of position that you're in. I'm not sure what you are besides a coworker who's been here longer than me, but in this company, I'm in a higher position than you. And what do you mean by that? I'm the one who has been here far longer, with more promotions under my belt, and I'm the daughter of this department's manager. That means that I sit in a higher position in this company than a base-level employee like you. Your father being a manager doesn't mean that at all for you. Even if your father has done a lot for this company, that does not mean the same thing for you either. Then allow me to go and tell my dad that you're picking on me right now. And and won't listen to a word I'm saying. When that happens, you're going to be fired from this company before you know it. Wait, you shouldn't do that. If I'm fired from this company, what am I going to do? Ha! What a sad loser you are. If you don't want to lose your one and only job, then you listen to every word that comes out of my mouth. You get me another business trip to go on right now. I want it to be close to here, and near that amusement park that's just on the other side of this state. That'll do. But that would mean you're going to go and stay at another 5-star hotel for a week doing nothing at all, right? Well, of course that's what I'm going to do. Listen, Jalissa, when it comes to the business trip expenses, those all come out of the company, right? The money also happens to be yours and my paycheck. Using it all like that on yourself for a business trip where you're not achieving anything for the company at all is wrong. I don't really care. All of that money you guys plan on making this year is all mine to spend. You all start to work harder and harder so that I can live an even more affluent life in luxury. That's it. I'm going to use the company's money to go to a really expensive restaurant as well next time. I have a place that I've been really wanting to go to for some time now. You really shouldn't go out doing things like that with this company's money. I don't care if this is wrong or right to you. My dad and I are on a completely different level, which means the company will forgive us. If you start doing things like spending the company's money on yourself more often, I'm not going to let you get away with anything you've already done. Hey, when the hell are you going to be giving me another business trip to go on? You pull yourself together right now and get that crap done for me. About that, Jalissa. I was about to tell you that next week, you'll be going on another business trip for the company. Well, you're not pulling my finger right now, are you? If you already had that on your mind, you should have told me about that right away. The place had better have a 5-star hotel in the area, or else I'm not going to be staying there for a week. Also, if the place is far enough away where I'll need to fly, get me a first-class seat on the plane. And if you're making me take a train, I'd like to be in first class on that as well. You really think you're going to be treated like a VIP on a business trip? I sure do. I mean, I am the company's VIP after all, right? I see. I'll make sure you're treated as such then. That would be so helpful. Thank you. Now that I have a business trip coming up to prepare myself for, I'm going to have to leave work early today. What? Hold on a minute, Jalissa. Your business trip isn't until next week, right? If I don't start getting prepared for it now, though, I won't be ready for it in time. Can you please make sure to go and tell my dad while I'll be gone? And as for all the things I was supposed to do today, you're going to finish them up yourself, right? I understand. Good luck on your business trip starting today, okay? I made sure to put the description of the location you'll be going to in an email I just sent you. So please, give it a read through before you go. Sure. I'll make sure to do that. And unlike last time, make sure you get all the work you've been asked to do done for the company, please. Jesus, you're so annoying. I already told you sure thing. Then you have a good trip. Man, I'm so excited to see what kind of a 5-star hotel or resort I'll be staying in this time. 5-star hotel or resort? What's wrong? Why are you questioning that like there's a problem? What are you talking about right now? You're only staying at an economy hotel that's $30 a night for the next week. Huh? What do you mean by that? I made sure to tell you to get me a place where I'd be able to stay in a 5-star hotel for the next week. We'll also be able to go to an amusement park, Jill. I told you that, right? Yes, you did. I then went and talked with my boss about that. And you know what they said? They said that wasn't going to be happening for you. But of course, that's the only natural response from someone like them. You're not going on a business trip to have fun and play around with the company's money. Which means you're not going to be getting put up inside of a 5-star hotel for one whole week. Huh? So you're saying you didn't listen to what I told you to do for me? I wasn't the one that made the final decision on your trip there. That's up to my boss and the rest of the people around me. But if you go ahead and pay out of your own pocket to stay at a 5-star hotel out there, then there is no problem at all with that. How about you do that if you want to live fancy? Why would I have to be paying out of my own pocket for a 5-star hotel during this business trip? This is a job that I'm doing for the company, right? If you're not going to pay for a more expensive hotel while I'm on a trip, then suck it up and deal with the one we got for you. Stop playing around with me, Jill. You think I'm going to forgive you for doing something like this to me, of all people? Have you talked with my dad at all about any of this? As a matter of fact, your father happened to be really busy at the time, And so I was never able to tell him anything about your business trip. So this trip that you're on right now was put together by the section manager. You went and avoided my dad on purpose, didn't you? If this trip was planned out by my dad, then I'd be allowed to stay in whatever place I want. I did not avoid your father when getting you that trip you asked for. He was really busy at the time, and so I had no choice but to go to my own boss with it. You're a liar! Knowing the kind of gross woman that you are, you probably went and tattled on me to the section manager, all because you hate me. I didn't tattle on you about anything. Rather, I just spoke to them about the kind of work you wanted to do, as your mentor, per se. So, you were confessing to having done all of this out of spite? Where did you pull that kind of idea out of? I never did any of this out of spite, Jalissa. Nope. I know what you're doing here. You're going around doing all kinds of things to piss me off, in order to get me to leave the company for you and everything. I am not doing anything like that right now. Right now, you're just imagining things to make yourself out like the victim. No, I'm not. I'm not imagining anything because for so long now, every single day I've come into work, you've been over there preaching to me about my job here like you're better than me. The only reason I've been trying to lecture you some is because your work ethic and attitude here is not acceptable. Then why has my dad been praising me and bragging about me the whole time I've been here? My dad has told me again and again that I can do anything for this company and can be relied on all the time. That's only because you're his daughter of all people. Stop lying to me about every little thing. I'm going to tell all of the higher-ups about what you're doing to me right now. Well, if you go trying to talk with your father about this, you're going to have a hard time getting him to listen. He has both of his hands full at the moment. I happen to be an old friend of the executive director here, so I'll go directly to him about everything you've done. I'll let him know that you've been harassing me the whole time I've been in this company. He has no reason at all to believe what you're about to say. Nope. Him and I have known one another for the longest time now, so he's going to believe me no matter what you have to say to him about it, And once he's heard everything from me, he's going to have you fired. Well, you still have time. I get to work packing all your things up and heading out the office doors. Mr. Tom, could you please listen to me for a minute?
If it isn't you, Jalissa, what would you like to tell me about?
Actually, right now I'm in a bit of a pickle.
What happened that got you into such a situation?
Today, I was supposed to go out on a business trip and all. However, the hotel I should have been staying at isn't that.
The hotel isn't the one you were expecting? Do you know why it was changed like that on you?
It was changed out of spite for me. Ever since I came into this company, I've been getting harassed by a coworker of mine.
Wait, who's the one harassing you right now?
Jill. She was always going on about how she's just trying to train me, but I know without a doubt that all her lecturing and preaching is out of spite.
So Jill's been doing that?
She also told me to go on this business trip, but as I was leaving and took a look at my email about the trip's details, I realized the hotel was not the place I had asked for. I am tired of being harassed by her all the time like this. You go and do something about all of this right now, Mr. Tom.
Could you please tell me what hotel you were set up with for your business trip?
What? It's a $30 a night economy hotel.
And what was the hotel you requested to be given to you stay at?
Just your average hotel.
You're wrong about that, Jalissa. You asked for Jill to get you into a hotel that cost close to $1,000 a night for the whole week, right?
What?
And because this time things didn't go the way you had asked them to go, you're going to label her as having harassed you, right? You are far too old now to be acting like a middle schooler, right? What do you think you're trying to do here?
How come you know about that, Mr. Tom?
Because I received a message from Jill about this.
The bitch! Mr. Tom, that is a complete and total lie she told you. I would never ask to be put in a place like that for a week. Please don't be fooled by that bitch's lies.
What do you think you're doing calling Jill a bitch right now? And furthermore, what do you think you're doing calling her a liar?
Mr. Tom, the Jill is nothing more than an uneducated freak, right? She never even graduated from high school, which means that for a person of her low class, she feels completely fine lying about everything in order to make others go through hell. I'm sure she's just jealous of the fact that I was born as the daughter of a manager in as high of a position as my dad.
You cut that crap out right now, Missy. The only reason she never graduated from high school was due to her family situation at the time.
What? Is that so?
It is. And the reason she ever ended up coming up here to work for this company was because she wanted to send her little brother through college. She had been working her butt off for years in order to do such a thing for him. And not only that, but Jill in general is a really important asset to this company. Having completed so many contracts for this company, achieving so much, she's trusted by everyone in this company. And if she's to continue working at the rate she has been, she has a really good chance of being made a manager herself in the next year or two. Hearing that the Jill I know and the rest of this company trust is jealous of you and wants to harass you is something I can't trust for a second.
But I have really been...
Now, could you please tell me what hotel it was you stayed at on your previous business trip?
Wait, about that trip.
During that trip, you stayed at a very expensive hotel for a week, doing nothing at all for the company before coming back home, right?
Mr. Tom?
You're going to cry out that that's a lie as well now? I happen to have photos of you out about having a good time during that trip, as well as the receipts for the hotel and everything you stayed at.
But about all of that...
Shut it! There are no more excuses for what you've been up to. I'm going to take care of this problem right now for the company. You seem to think that all of this harassment coming from her, but Jill is not the kind of woman who would put her own career on the line over someone like you. She happens to really love this company and will do anything to make sure she does a good job and helps the company out. Even if you are the daughter of one of the managers here, she does not care. That you have been making her out as some kind of monster who you now want me to have fired. I'm not letting you get away with that kind of behavior anymore.
Damn it! Now I'm in trouble with the executive director as well. Don't you say that like it's all my fault. You were the one asking for him to become upset with you. Also, you went and used a business trip to go and spend the company's money on an expensive hotel and a trip to the amusement park. So of course, him and a lot of other higher-ups are going to be angry, right? I'm not going to listen to any of your preaching anymore. I see. Well, to be honest, I don't care about listening to me anymore. For now, just make sure to get your work done this time while on that business trip. And, just so I don't forget, I'm sending you all your paperwork and everything now for the job. Huh? What the hell is all of this crap? I have to get all of this crap done while I'm out here before coming back? That's right. Stop screwing around right now, you bitch. This right here has to be you harassing me. It's not harassment, Jalissa. That's just the amount of work someone in your position has to do. How the hell is that so? Because the last time you were away on a business trip for the company, you didn't do jack squat, right? So that amount of paperwork is in your workload as well this time. Huh? Last time's work. That's right. We here have to make sure that you not only get your work done for this trip, but also all the work you never attended to last trip as well. Wait a second, that place is different from this place though, right? Yes, it is. And that is why, once you're finished up with your work here this week, you're then going to be going to the town you were at last time to do the job you were supposed to have done before. You're kidding me, right? I'm not though. But don't you worry because we made sure to get you a hotel out there for the week as well. It's another one of those cheap places we've set you up with. Only this time, it's an old motel worth $15 a night. Isn't that great? I already told you that I'm not going to stay in either of these super cheap hotels or motels or whatever you want to call them. Well, you don't have to worry about sleeping in then, because you will have a lot of work to be getting done in the weeks ahead. That might be more than 8 hours a day can handle. That means the company is bad as a whole then. I'm not going to accept any of this. There's no other choice for you though. You're going to have to make up for all the work you didn't do the last time you were sent on a business trip. Are you really saying all of this to me? What else would I be saying right now? I get that all of this is pretty harsh for you, but you were the one that did everything that resulted in this outcome, right? You were also the one who asked over and over again to go on another business trip. And you were the one that didn't do their work last time. So what makes you think you can continue to cry and whine about being a victim right now? Shut the hell up! Shut the hell up! I'm going to tell my dad about all of this crap. And what do you think that's going to accomplish for you? Once I've gone and told my dad about what you're doing to me, he'll be able to have you fired for me. I'm really sorry to have to break this to you, but that's never going to happen. It sure is going to happen. No matter how busy you may say that he is, when he gets a text or call from me, he's going to answer. That's not what I'm talking about. Your father's already been fired. What the hell? What kind of bullcrap lie is that? I'm not lying about that. What I just said about your father is the truth. Then tell me why my dad was fired from the company. He was a department manager of all people. That last business trip you took, your father joined you on, and you both went and used the company's money to stay at that 5-star resort, right? That's right. And him being a manager means that he misappropriated the money. In other words, that's against this company's rules. And in some states, that's even a crime. What? And well, when the company started to investigate your father even more after it was found he'd done that with you, more things came out of the dark. Seems like your father committed a lot of fraud as well. And so, the company is now going to be taking your father to court over everything. Does that mean my dad is going to be placed under arrest? No, I don't think that the police will be coming after him just yet. No way! Also, we have some things that you're going to have to answer for, like the cost of having stayed at that 5-star resort for 1 week, as well as the cost of spending time at that theme park with your father. Wait, just a freaking second! Do you have any idea how much all of that is going to cost in total? You're the one who knows the answer to that one most of all, right? I'm not going to be able to pay all of that off right away. Especially now when my dad of all people who is making way more than me is going to have to go to court. I believe you'll be paying the company back for all of that by having it taken directly out of your salary. If that ends up happening to me, what will happen in my life outside of work? Don't worry, because the company will be offering you a lot of overtime work that you can stay late doing to make that money back more quickly. Think all of that work you slacked off from and never finished when you were supposed to do it before. I know that before you had your father in the office to let you off the hook for just sitting around on your phone all the time. But starting the moment you're back from both of your trips, that's not happening. For about a year, you're going to be putting in close to 80 hours a week for this company. Hey, wait! Could you lay off for just a second? I can't cope with all that you're telling me right now, Jill. Stop crying like a little child. This is all the fruits of your unacceptable labor. So, as an adult woman, suck it up and figure it out. There's no way I can do all of this work on my own. I need to start asking others to help me out with this. There is not a single person in this company who will be assisting you with that workload. Do it all yourself, please.
I made sure to tell the court about what had happened and prepare a hearing for the company.
Is that so? Well, you are going to have to get around to it eventually. Tom, I am so sorry about what's happened. I was supposed to take care of Jalissa the whole time, however.
Don't apologize. The department manager was helping protect her as well the whole time, but there was nothing you could have done to stop her.
I'm sure that's probably true.
If anything, thanks to you being so observant with Jalissa, you were able to get to the bottom of something like that, before her and her father took further advantage of the company. Thank you so much, Jill.
I see. Thank you so much. If it has to do with the benefit of my job and this company, I will do anything to make sure it is done.
Thank you for saying that. I really can rely on you for anything. And thankfully, a brand new management position opened up. So, would you mind moving up into it into the near future?
Jalissa was left to enjoy the next 2 weeks working away from home, barely getting any sleep at all on her business trip. At first, she was making her best effort to get all her work done to start making up for all the work she skipped. But over time, she began to go back to her ways of slacking off. And soon after that started to happen again, she was removed from the company and her job was terminated. As for her father, he was asked to come into court to face the company, but ultimately never did, leading to him getting arrested and brought in by the police. His wife, Jalissa's mother, began to lose whatever faith she had left in him then and moved away back to her parents' house. And that left Jalissa at the house all by herself, while her father was still having to go through the court system. He ended up having to pay the company close to $200,000 based off the amount of embezzling he did, and would also have to be placed on parole for a while because of his fraudulent activities as well. When her father did finally end up paying for all he done, he came home and kicked her out of the house, saying he didn't want to see her anymore, where she then went and stayed at a friend's house for a bit. But that only lasted a few weeks, before she got kicked out of there too for complaining all the time about her friend's place not being big enough for her, and was forced to start renting an extremely cheap apartment. She attempted to go out and find another job, but due to her having never worked before in her life, it was a very hard battle for her to come out victorious from. She wasn't even able to use the last company she was at for references, as she was only able to get the job there because of her father, and all of us no longer support her after she was fired. There was never going to be a way for a woman like her to find a job like the one she'd been given and lost before. So, in a last-ditch effort, she went and got a part-time job at a gas station. To this day, she is still in that rundown apartment, trying to live life with whatever money she has left after paying the company and back for all she'd spent. In other words, she's not doing anything else besides working and sleeping. And when it comes to myself, I'm doing the same old, working for the company I love, giving my all. And not too long ago, I was given the position as the sales department manager, after Jalissa's father had been fired along with her, and I've been doing one hell of a good job. Considering that most people like me never get to a position this good, I'm going to make sure that I work even harder to show my appreciation towards Tom and the company as a whole. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.